Alright guys, part 2 of the stove talk. I forgot to bring 2 of my stoves yesterday, or the other day, and this is the cat food can stove. It's just a can the cat food comes in. I punched a row of holes, and we're going to go ahead and light it up. And we're going to do the test. Yep, that's going. And we're going to let that run for just a second, and then we will put our little pot on here to show you kind of how it sits. Now, you can notice that I brought a smaller diameter pot this time, because this is a smaller diameter stove. I can't use the thicker pot that I normally would, so you know, that's how it goes. So anyway, take this guy and set him right on top there. Might have gone out on me, I can't tell. Do the leak test. I think it went out on me. Nope, caught fire. So that is the, let me see if I can block this real quick. See if I can't maybe get a better picture of the flame. Oh, can't get it. But that's how it works. It is burning. It's the same thing as the dog food can, except this one's a lot smaller. But like I said, it's just a cheap cat food can. Probably about less than $1, you know, 90 cents at the dollar store. If you want one, just go to the dollar store, get a cat food can or dog food can, whatever. And you know, if you have a dog or if you don't, you know, 90 cents really isn't that much for a stove. So you can always just dump the food and keep the can. So anyway, that's the cat food can. I've heard people call the one with the one set of holes simmer cat, and the other one too with the two. What's the name of the one with the 2 stoves?
The 2 sets of holes?
Yeah.
Jet cat?
Jet cat, something
Super
like that.
cat, something like
Super
that.
cat. And then,
cats? Oh,
and then,
I don't.
And the one with the 1 holes has been called the simmer cat. But anyway, you get the idea. And I'll come back here in a minute and I'll show you the wood stove that I got with me. Alright guys, this is my wood stove. It's basically 2 cans put together. I don't know how you'll be able to see that. It's basically a small paint can with another can made inside of it. And then there's a small screen to help keep the draft coming up through. And how I light this, you can see this is what I have to get it going, just a handful of very small twigs. And I've got a cotton ball on a stick. This is a petroleum jelly cotton ball. And I light that thing. Alright, there we go. Get that guy down in there. And just start adding sticks.
This is my possible pouch. It has another fire steel, bison capsule timber, 550.
It's just basically adding sticks until you get the fire nice and going.
It's all sitting on my reflective sit.
Just being careful so you don't get burnt. And this stove is nice for when you're on longer trips because you don't have to carry fuel. You can pick it up off the ground. It took me maybe 5 minutes to gather enough fuel to cook a meal or make coffee or whatever. You can see the fire starting to come up out of here now. And I just keep adding. Just keep adding.
So have
And then from here, you can just wait until this comes down, and it came with a little wire screen to hold my pot up. I made this little guy. It's just a coffee can with the bottom cut off, a big V-notch so I can keep feeding the fire, and some air holes. So we'll get this guy, see if we can get him on here now. It's getting a little bit hot. You're gonna have to wait till some of these burn down.
But other than that, no real moderate correctly. If you'd like to see anything or have questions, feel free to give me a holler. I have nothing to time here, folks, so I'm happy to do anything else you can do. I'd like to see 100 subscribers. I'm about halfway there. I'd like to see 100. We'll do it with me. I'd like to see 100. I appreciate you guys. I sure do. Every comment, every question is really appreciated. I feel like I'm achieving something. So until I
Alright,
talk
now I
to you
can
guys
put
again,
this guy on.
stand by.
And now, from there, I just keep adding stuff. From here, I can put my pot on. You gotta be kind of careful because it's so top heavy. You could make something smaller, and in the future I might, and this is not going to sit very well. But then it's basically just feeding the stove, and I kind of got to be gentle with this one because the stove and the pot don't match up very good. Basically just feeding it sticks, and you just continually feed it. Kind of let it build back up. And it's just what you do. I mean, you keep doing that. Like I said, you could make a smaller windscreen to make it less or more stable. But this has been working fine for me. And like I said, you take this on a longer trip, you don't have to carry fuel canisters, you don't have to carry alcohol. You basically just carry this. It's very lightweight, and you just pick up sticks on the ground that are around you. You don't need anything special. You can use pine cones, bark that's laying on the ground, whatever. And that's your stove. And if you start to see it go a little bit low, you can get in here and you know. So basically that's it. I mean, you just kind of have to play with it for a little bit until you get the hang of it, and that's it. So anyway, guys, if you want to see more on any of these stoves, you know, like I said, this is just the 2 stoves I didn't show the other day. But if you'd like to see more on them, just give me a holler. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching, and talk to you later. Alright, this one's for all you gearheads and kit junkies. I'm going to show you what my day kit is out here with Captain Bart today. I, you know, it's never going to be the same thing twice probably. I always bring something a little bit different every time, depending on what my mood is, what I'm wanting to do, stuff like that. But today's just real basic. Start out in the front. Well, this is a Mountain Smith Day pack. Day is the model. It's a really nice pack. I love this one. Front pouch, I got my Leatherman Super Tool 300, recently acquired from Captain Bart. Woohoo! Phone. Everybody's got to have a phone. Take pictures, listen to music, all that good junk. Keys. Gotta have keys, else you're walking home. Harmonica. Just because I'm learning to play, and I felt like if I wanted to toot something out, I could. Fuel, because I did a part 2 to the stove video. Stove. This is the 0.2 ounce cat food can stove. Very lightweight. This is my wood stove. Showed this in the video. Love the stove. Brew bag. I can't tell if I'm looking at my brew bag or not, so we're gonna kind of wing it. This is just a pouch I got from Captain Bart, and in here I have a whole mess of stuff. I have some sugar, I have some Starbucks Via, I have some Lipton cold brew. This stuff is great. If you've got cold water, you can make iced tea. You don't have to heat it up and all that stuff. Just throw this in a bottle with cold water, wait about 15 minutes, and you got nice cold tea. Also got a couple packets of hot cocoa, my favorite brand there. The stove I showed you in the stove, one of the stove videos. I have pipe tobacco. This is pipe tobacco now. It's Borkum Riff. It's bourbon whiskey flavor, and it's I really like that one. If I don't knock you over in the fire here, I can't see. Okay. So that's a few of the things. I also have a little bottle of salt. It's not a shaker, but you know, when I take the top off, I want a little salt. I just put my thumb over it, just enough to where just barely anything comes out. It kind of acts as a shaker. Works good. Also in here I have a REI spork, also from Captain Bart. If you can't tell, I get a lot of my stuff from him.
Not at all.
So that's basically what I got in here. Every once in a while you'll find me with a few extra odds and ends. My pipe normally goes in there, but I had it out smoking it. That's my pipe. It's Dr. Grabow, or however you pronounce it. Just a basic cheapy pipe. And that's what I normally stow it in here with the stem off, because it's easier to stow that way. And that's my brew kit. That's got spare coffee. Usually I have a bag of coffee with me, but that's spare. I got sugar, I've got tea, I've got cocoa, salt, pipe, spork, whatever. So I always carry that, even on a short day hike. Some cord I scrounged out of here at the site. One of the knives, I brought 2 knives with me by mistake. I only meant to bring one, but I got my Bark River North Star, and that is one of the knives I brought with me today. Also, I brought sugar for my coffee. This one actually got caught in a bottle of maple syrup spilled. Gerber slide saw. More 510 or 512, 511, something like that. And I brought a ferro rod, and which is supposed to be on one of my knives. I also have a Victorinox Farmer in my pocket, a bottle of water, and my can, so I could do the video. That's it. That's all I've got. If you got any comments, questions, I probably could have laid this out a little better. But if you got any comments or questions, anything like that, want to know more about something, just give me a holler. I'll try to do the best I can to answer it. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching.